So today we're going to change a steering cylinder on a Case 480B. We're going to loosen up the nuts on the bottom here. There's two. We got to unhook these hoses. I do that first. We got to take those fittings off right there. And then we will extract the cylinder, put the new one in. It's a very simple project. Take these hoses off first thing. You got to do both. Then you're going to take those fittings off. This is the second fitting. Just take that off. Do it while everything's in place. It's much easier. Or you got to put on a vise, but we're doing the field, out in the field doing this one. So, all right. So sometimes these nuts. Okay, I took the nuts off. There's a cotter key. Let's take a look. So this is what you're looking at. You have to take the cotter key out and then extract that nut, loosen it up. And then we have to, as this is set in there for 50 years or whatever, pound this with a hard, heavy hammer. And it'll eventually pop out. She's going to be rugged to get out, but you'll pound that out and you're not going to hurt anything because this cylinder is no good. So when you go to hit this, you're going to see some oil squirting out like that. So simply put a rag over it and that'll stop getting you in the tractor all oily. It's that simple. Alright, you pop those out and there you go. You take it right out. And now we have to prep this new one. Take these cotter keys out, take out the bolts, make sure these are loose, extract that. Just take a pair of, I use vice grips, and just pull it straight out. You don't have to turn it. There's no threads in that, on that rubber or plastic or whatever it is. So as you put these first fittings on, there's a gasket right here. It's an O-ring. Make sure that goes into here. Not on this one. This one will seat to the hose will seat together. So this one will go like this. The second one, do the same. Gasket right onto the cylinder. O-ring, I should say. Tighten them down with a wrench before you hook up your hoses, before you hook up anything. Tighten with a wrench now. So you can see I took the cotter key out. There's the hole where the cotter key goes, and I took the nuts off. We're going to put this back one on where the cylinder attaches to the hoses. We got to do that one first. Do that one first, trust me, because that way once you get the bolt in, this can carry up so you can find a home for the other one easier, making angles. Okay, so I just tightened that down real quick. Pretty snug, actually. So now I made an angle. So now we got to, there we go. That's so when I come out. So this has to match an angle here. So it will fight with you because they're tight. But there you go. And we'll thread it up right now. So the next trick is to tighten these two down. Tighten them down so they're very secure, and then we'll go from there. I want to put the hoses on and then these clamps on last, okay? Okay, so you got to make sure you tighten up your clamps before you put on your hoses on. So we're all done. Everything's snugged up. We're going to throw some grease right here in these fittings, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. I got to top off the hydraulic oil too, or the power steering fluid. Yep.